Hi lovelies! Summer is finally upon us, which means s'more season has arrived. But if you find yourself without a campfire for toasting marshmallows this year, not to worry, because today I am going to be sharing these absolutely indulgent s'more bars that are really easy to make in your kitchen at home and taste like the real thing. The best part is they only have 5 ingredients and they come together in a flash. So let's get started by mixing up our graham cracker base. So I've got some graham cracker crumbs here in my bowl. You can either buy them like this already in crumb form at the supermarket, or you can just take some graham crackers and run them through a food processor or a blender until they're nice and fine like this. And basically what I'm going to do is just add some sugar to this for a little extra sweetness, because obviously what this needs is more sweetness. And I'm also going to be adding some melted butter. Now this is very similar to the base of a cheesecake, that sort of classic graham cracker cheesecake base. And then I'm just gonna give this a good stir until it's well incorporated. It already smells so good. Is there anything melted butter can't do? I'm pretty sure the answer is no. The next step is just going to be transferring our mixture into a baking dish. So I've got a 9-inch by 9-inch baking dish here. And as you can see, I've lined it with some parchment paper and I've left these little wings sort of hanging over the side. And I will tell you, these are going to make your life so much easier when it comes time to lift this out of your pan. You wanna be able to lift this out really easily so that when you cut your bars, it's actually really simple to do. Next, I'm just going to pour this mixture into the center of my baking dish. And then I'm going to pack it right down to create a single layer. Now you can either do this with your hands or a measuring cup like I'm doing today. You just wanna make sure you're really packing it in well so that it creates a nice solid base. At this point, we wanna get this into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for between 8 and 10 minutes, or just until it starts to set. Then we can remove it from the oven and top it with even more amazing s'more goodness. Or should I say even s'more amazing s'more goodness. So I am going to be adding on some marshmallows, super classic in s'mores, of course. What would s'mores be without marshmallows? And I just wanna get a nice thick single layer down here. And then for the third ingredient in our ultimate s'more trifecta, we have got our chocolate. So I've got these nice chocolate chunks that I'm going to be spreading on here, but you could do this with chocolate chips as well. I just like the texture of the chocolate chunks as they melt. You just wanna make sure you've got a good ratio of marshmallow to chocolate to graham. Then we're going to get this back into the oven for another 10 minutes, just until those marshmallows have gotten really ooey and gooey and delicious and that chocolate is completely melted. You should smell the marshmallowy goodness happening in this kitchen. For the final step here, if you can believe it, I'm going to be layering on even more marshmallows and more chocolatey goodness. And then I'm going to get this back into the oven for the third time, but this time under the broiler. And I'm going to broil this for just 1 to 2 minutes. That's all it takes to get a toasted marshmallow top. Seriously now? How incredible does this look? It's not enough to just mix some graham crackers, some chocolate, and some marshmallows and call it a s'more. It requires a toasted top, and we have achieved that here thanks to the broiler. Once this comes out of the oven, it's important to let it cool completely before removing it from the dish and cutting it into bars. I know, it's not easy to wait, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. You can just use those parchment paper wings to lift them right out and on to a cutting board. Now marshmallows, of course, stay pliable and a little sticky even after they're set. So be prepared. This is going to be a bit sticky, but totally delicious, as you can imagine. Now for the moment of truth, guys. Look at the marshmallowy goodness and the chocolate. This is absolute melt in your mouth goodness that you guys are going to love. Oh, that's s'more. I mean, all I really need now is a campfire. Give this one a try for yourselves, guys. It really captures one of my favorite flavors of summer. I hope you'll give it a try for yourselves, and if you do, be sure to tweet me, Instagram me, or Facebook me a photo because you know how much I love seeing your kitchen creations. Remember, this recipe is available in the description box below. You can find it there. And finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe because there is lots more deliciousness where this came from.